Hi, my name's Jacob. I have been attending Grace most of my life. I got the fortune of working here for the past 3 years up in the IT department. Luckily, and sometimes unluckily, half of my family works here. My mom runs the HR department. My brother works in the graphic design department, and I work in the IT department. Growing up as a kid, it was definitely not the easiest. I ended up being in the foster care system for a few years. You experience these things as a kid that you're not supposed to experience, and it is kind of tough. And then I was adopted by this wonderful family, and that was a very hard transition. It made me angry that what happened to me happened to me, and what happened to me shouldn't happen to a lot of kids. Growing up, there were definitely was a lot of struggles. I wasn't the most stable kid, you could say. Like, I was very bad anger issues. I would lash out at my family and my mother, and I would say these horrible things. Growing up in the church, I was always exposed to Jesus. I went through all of those kids programs here. I was just kind of going to church because my mom worked at church, because we went to church on Sundays, because we went to youth group on Wednesdays and Thursdays. I think it was my 8th grade year of school where I was invited to go on a winter retreat to Word of Life camp up in Scroon Lake. While on that retreat, I was exposed to different types of people. Because growing up in a single church, you're often just around the same people. You don't get to experience many different perspectives. And I met some great people there. And I think on that retreat, that's when I gave my life to Jesus by walking up in front of everybody, which was kind of scary at the moment, and writing my name on this little whiteboard, proclaiming that I want to live for Jesus. It was kind of hard to believe what the Bible said. We don't have the whole point of the Bible is faith, right? You have to have faith in Christianity and in Jesus, and without physical proof, it's very hard, I find, to have faith sometimes. And I kind of felt like I was living like a double life per se. Like, on Sundays, I'd be at church and I'd be interested in what's going on there sometimes, but like, I went to a public school and they're almost complete opposite. I found myself kind of pushing them aside when it fits my convenience. There was a point where I was really starting to doubt my faith, and the Bible says that God has a plan for everybody. I'd always dodge the question when it came up, "Are you baptized?" And I would be like, But the past 3 years I've been working here, it's always been in the back of my mind is like, when do I get baptized? And I know the purpose of baptism is to publicly declare your faith in Jesus, which I think is great, but I'm not a very public man, and I don't. It's hard for me to do things very publicly, which I think is why this is perfect for me. It's taking me out of my comfort zone. It's making me, not that I don't believe in Jesus, but it's bringing me to have more faith in Jesus, that has to be a next step to deepen my relationship. My life kind of changed, for the better, obviously, when following Jesus. Because I think I got less angry. I understood people a little more, and I tried to have more grace with people. And that's sometimes very hard to do. Don't get baptized because you got to check a box off. That's not a great reason to get baptized. That's probably not any reason to get baptized, to check off that I got baptized, I go to church. That's not a reason to get baptized. That's not a reason to be a Christian. You should get baptized when you want to publicly declare that you believe in Jesus, you want to follow Jesus, you want to live as best as you can like Jesus. I've attended small groups. I'm active in the church community. I love helping people out. I do believe in Jesus, and I think getting baptized is my big next step. You should get baptized when you want to publicly declare that you believe in Jesus, you want to follow Jesus, you want to live as best as you can like Jesus. That's when you should get baptized. And if you feel that you're in that position, you should get baptized. I feel like I'm in that position where that's my next step. I want to get baptized. I want to live like Jesus. I want to follow Jesus. I want to be like Jesus.